Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another video. As you see, I'm back down in my library, my ever expanding library. God help me. But it's the end of the month. That means I got the August book haul. So without further ado, I'm going to start with my book of the month selections. And if you don't know book of the month by now, it's a monthly subscription box catered to readers where you have an option of choosing up to 3 books. The first month is $9.99 and you get 2 extra books for $9.99 a piece as well. But as you progress, the subscription starts at $14.99 with an additional $9.99 a piece for each book. So let's get started. And the 2 books I picked up were The Devil Takes You Home by Gabino Iglesias. And this is a horror novel about a hitman that has to do something with his family. I think they're on the run from like a drug lord. So it sounded interesting. And it actually comes with a translation guide because a little bit of this is in Spanish. I didn't know that. So I learned some Spanish as well. But that is The Devil Takes You Home. And the other book I got was Karen Slaughter's Girl Forgotten. And this is the sequel to Pieces of Her, which I really don't know much about, but I definitely can't wait to get to these 2 novels and see what I think. So those are the 2 books I got from Book of the Month. And the next 7 are from Barnes & Noble. Now these next 7 are 3 hardcover new releases and 4 books that I got today. Like I just literally got home. So let's get started with them. And the first one I got was Lord of the Flies by William Golding. And this was written in 1954. And this is about post-World War II. And these kids start like their own society after seeing a plane crash. So it's their whole island, no rules, and no consequences. So I've heard that this is a very classic novel. It's really, really short. So hopefully I'll get to it very soon. That was Lord of the Flies. Next one is what I would say would be like a modern classic. And it's supposed to be like one of the most devastating books ever written. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. This is a historical fiction novel set amidst World War II. And it deals with like the Holocaust heavily. It's about like this German boy befriending a Jewish boy. So they develop this unbreakable friendship. But in the end, they both go to the gas chamber. So I never read this, but I know pretty much about it, so I'll read it when I get the chance. And if I can handle it. And by the way, this is a very cool edition. This is the 10th anniversary edition. But that is The Boy and the Striped Pajamas. Next one is Blood Hollow by William Kent Kruger. And I do have another book by him called This Tender Land. And this one is kind of like a mystery thriller. And I'm just going to go ahead and read some of the blurb. When the corpse of a beautiful high school student is discovered on a hillside 4 months after her disappearance on New Year's Eve, all evidence points to her boyfriend, local bad boy Solemn Winter Moon. Despite Solemn's self-incriminating decision to go into hiding, Cork O'Connor, the former sheriff of Aurora, Minnesota, isn't about to hang the crime on a kid he's convinced is innocent. In an uphill battle to clear Solemn's name, Cork encounters no shortage of adversity. Some like bigotry and bureaucracy. He knows all too well. What Cork isn't prepared for is the emergence of a long-held resentment from his own childhood. And when Solemn reappears, claiming to have seen a vision of Jesus Christ in Blood Hollow, the mystery becomes darker than Cork could have ever anticipated. So this sounds really interesting, and it would definitely be something that I'd be interested in. So that was Blood Hollow by William Kent Kruger. Next book. Now I'm sure a lot of people would recognize this one. Mystic River by Dennis Lehane. And this is based on a movie was made a couple of years after this novel came out, directed by Clint Eastwood. But this is about like three friends who get caught up in like some sort of crime, and they think about it. But one of the men's daughter dies, so they're trying to figure out what happened to her. And this is a very, very good movie. So I definitely want to read the book soon. That was Mystic River. And now on to my 3 new releases. And I'm happy to say this is one of my most anticipated books of the year. I'm going to start this very soon. Clown in a Cornfield 2, Friendo Lives by Adam Caesar. Now this takes place in, not sure if it takes place in Missouri still, but it's a couple of years after the Kettle Springs massacre, and it's just another slasher. So I definitely can't wait to read this. It'll be a brutal book. So I'm very, very happy to have it in my hands. That was Clown in a Cornfield 2, Friendo Lives. 2 more books. And this one is Don't Know Tough by Eli Craner. And this is about a star football player who lives an abusive life with his mother in a trailer park. And the synopsis sounded very, very good. So I picked it up. And it would definitely be a good novel for me because I really do like sports. And I haven't read anything like this. So I'm sure it'll be a very good one. And not to mention, this dude is from Arkansas. So he actually has a St. Louis Cardinals hat there. That was interesting. But that was Don't Know Tough by Eli Craner. Final book I got. And There He Kept Her by Joshua Moling. And I'm just going to read the synopsis. When 2 teenagers break into a house on a remote lake in search of prescription drugs, what starts as a simple burglary turns into a nightmare for all involved. Emmett Burr has secrets he's been keeping in his basement for more than 2 decades, and he'll do anything to keep his past from being revealed, As he gets the upper hand on his tormentors, the lines blur between predator, prey, and protector. Personal tragedy has sent former police officer Ben Packard back to the small Minnesota town of Sandy Lake in search of a new start. Now a sheriff's deputy, Packard is leading the investigation into the missing teens motivated by family connection. As clues dry up and time runs out to save them, Packard is forced to reveal his own secrets and dig deep to uncover the dark past of the place he now calls home. Unrelenting, suspenseful, and written with a piercing gaze into the dark depths of the human soul. And There He Kept Her is a thrilling page-turner that introduces readers to a complicated new hero and forces us to consider the true nature of evil. This gives me like Don't Breathe vibes, but it's probably going to be a little bit more horrific. So I definitely want to get to this soon. Not to mention that cover is terrifying too. But those are the books I got in August. And we are winding down to the end of the month. I'll have my Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers movie review either tomorrow or maybe later tonight. And then I'll have my movies I watched in August video coming up. So 2 more videos this month, and then we're on to another month. And that's all I got for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios. Peace.